They're going to sell out. Star94.com. You know they're going to sell out, and probably largely because of you. You know how many people are waiting outside the studio, downstairs, around all entrances and exits of the building? They're all waiting around. People drove in from Chattanooga to meet you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So like, really?
That's like,
yeah.
You know who we talked to the other day? Your buddy Michael Johns was in town.
He told me.
And did I say he said I was supposed to?
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, apparently you're just a little ticklish, huh?
A little bit.
So he said, okay, the first thing you have to do is say, what's up, Archie, and you have to tickle him. And he was right. So how's it been for you? Are you freaked out about all the attention you're getting?
Oh, it's a little weird, but you know, it's still cool. Thanks. It's cool.
What's the weirdest thing that someone has done as a fan? Has anyone totally freaked you out yet? Like, I love you, I want to marry you.
Well, sometimes they get a little too close. I don't know.
In your face a little bit.
When they like try to kiss you.
Do
I
they
think
try to
that's
kiss
weird.
you?
Why do you think people think that's okay? Like, you wouldn't do that if you just were at a club somewhere. You wouldn't want to start touching your hair. They wouldn't do that, but they think they can do that with you, no?
Yeah.
Foot creep?
Yeah, it's a little weird. Like, I don't know. I'm not a big kissy person, so I don't. So it's always kind of weird.
What have you been doing since you got off the tour, the American Idol tour?
Well, I've been working on the album.
We love the
Tell us about that.
Oh, thanks.
Tell us about it. How many songs do you know yet?
There are 12 songs on the main album, and then there's like a deluxe one on iTunes, and then there's like the Walmart one with its bonus. So those are fun. I co-wrote 2 of the songs on the album, which is exciting. Just been working as much as I can because you only have like a few weeks because you're on tour.
Right.
So whenever you had a day off, you would work or record. And then after the tour, we went crazy, just trying to get everything done.
Well, let me ask you about that, because now you get it. Like, when you were getting on Idol, you had no clue the work that was involved to be a huge pop star. You had no clue. I'm sure of it. Like, you just thought, man, everybody will love you and scream and holler when I sing, and I'll get to sing for a living. It'll be great. But, man, how much work? I mean, is it way more work than you ever could imagine?
Well, it's a lot of work, but it's still fun. I mean, I think if you enjoy music, then it will be fun for you. It'll just be a lot of work. I mean, the show was a ton of work, and I can't believe, it's just hard to, look when you look back and it's like, I didn't die or anything like that. Because it's like, it's really...
Yeah, that's always a positive.
Yeah, because it's really rough at times, but, you feel like, you accomplished something really cool. And I'm just glad to have been able to go through that because I definitely wouldn't be here right now,
Right.
If it weren't for that. And it was just cool. I mean, you learn so much about, like, performing and, like, the business stuff because it's like I had no idea about any of the business side of music. People just think, oh, you sing and, just record and La La Land. But it's like, whoa, you need, like, a manager, business manager, lawyer, and
All these people you
and then you have to worry about all these weird things that you didn't think you would. But that's what's cool about this. You get to learn a lot.
When Simon's something to you that is just devastating, how do you not break down on stage?
It wasn't really devastating, I guess. Anything. I mean, he's honest and stuff, and it's just kind of like, oh boy, he's gonna say something. I can feel it, but it's not like bad. I don't know. It doesn't.
Do you think he's trying to be that tough?
So it's his job. I think he has to. People wouldn't be happy. People would be like, "Oh, he didn't say anything."
Right.
He's too soft. He has to. That's what makes Simon Simon.
Yeah.
Has he ever said anything like behind the scenes where he's like, "Yeah, no, maybe I was a little too rough," or something like that, where he's like,
actually, he's a good guy. He's just honest when he has to, but he'll be like, you did a good job. Afterwards, he's nice. He's a really smart guy.
Enough about work. Let's talk about play. All right, what's like a fun night for you when you're not working and you can just be David?
Well,
not the pop star David. Yeah, with your friends. What do you guys do? Where do you like to go?
Well, just do typical teenager things. Go watch movies, hang out, drive around.
Drive around, let radio loud, cruising.
Yeah, blast the radio and just
everybody
dance in the
texting,
car.
Nobody talking, right? Everybody's texting to each other?
No.
Okay.
What?
Are you a big texter?
I guess so. Especially now since I'm not around my friends,
Right.
like physically. I just talk to them.
Do you
Hey,
do
how's it going?
Do you do MySpace and Facebook and all that stuff?
Oh, well, I have official MySpace. I don't really go on the. I mean, because everyone found your.
You're like, I'm
stuff.
Frank Smith.
Yeah. So, just kind of stopped with that stuff. But I checked my real MySpace, and they leave like voice messages, and I listen to those.
That's
and
cool.
Look at the comments, and I post blogs every week on that. And it's fun to read what they have to say about it.
What were you doing when you first heard your song on the radio?
Well, the first time was when we were at the first radio station that played it, and it was really exciting. I was like shaking.
What city was that?
So weird.
Do you remember what city you were in?
New York.
Okay.
Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome.
and then that was also the first time I heard it like just casually too. It was just on the radio. I was like, oh, weird. It was so weird. I mean, you're in New York. I don't know. It doesn't. You don't realize that. I mean, if you heard yourself singing on the radio.
Oh, I haven't. It's terrible. That's why I never want to hear it.
She sang with Lionel Richie in this studio.
Really?
Right here.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Oh, cool.
And it was awful though. I mean, because I can't sing at all, and everyone's abundant.
And now the Children's Health Minute.
Each year, roughly 1.5 million children fracture a wrist or hand, according to the American Academy of Pediatrics. Nearly half of all hand and wrist fractures come from accidental falls.
Fractures happen when too much force is applied to a bone, causing it to buckle or break. A child's hands and wrists have bones softer than adults, which increases the potential for breaks or fractures.
Signs of a hand or wrist fracture include swelling, bruising, and difficulty moving the wrist, hand, or fingers. Treatment severity of the broken bone. A pediatric doctor may take x-rays to determine the location and extent of the injury. In some cases, your child may need a splint or cast, medicine, therapy, or even surgery by a pediatric-trained specialist.
It's important for parents to have their children wear wrist guards while participating in activities where hand and wrist fractures could occur, such as skateboarding or rollerblading.
This Children's Health Minute is brought to you by Children's Health.
Membership is only $30. Stop by today, BJ's Membership Club.
If you've got a big job or small job around your house that needs to get done, Mr. Home Repair and Remodeling can do it. Call them, 770-339-4999, or check them out online, MrHomeRepair.net.
Now, more Cindy and Ray on Star 94.
Talking to David Archuleta, coming to Atlanta December 17th for Jingle Jam. Now, a little bird tells me they're going very fast. They're going quickly.
And I'm kind of excited because my nanny Lauren came in because she was so excited. She and her sister-in-law Jen came in the studio, and so I told Nanny Lauren, I'm like, all right, if you're going to come in to meet David Archuleta, then you have to have some questions prepared, just like we would have to in any normal interview. So, Nanny Lauren, are you ready? Are you
ready?
You've been practicing?
Yes.
Sorry,
Okay.
that's.
One of my first questions is, what is a question that people always ask you that you hate to answer?
There isn't really any question I hate to answer.
Well, maybe that you're just like annoyed and you're like, would you please stop asking me?
Well, I guess the ones with my dad being the stage dad thing is always annoying. But that one's kind of.
Does that offend you?
Huh?
Were you offended when people started to say that about your dad?
Yeah, at first just because I had no idea what they were talking about. At first, because we were in our own little world, worried about the competition. Then I had school, so I had something extra to do compared to everyone else. And so I was always busy. And so, I don't know, when I do interviews, because you had interviews every week, and people would just start, throwing them. It started with just a little bit, and it was like, where's that coming from? It's it was just weird. I didn't know, where it started or anything, and just people started asking me about it. It was like, well, that's weird. And then it, grew until, near the end of the competition, that's all they cared about. It's like, honestly, people, just leave. It's
so, Lauren, does that
answer
answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one?
And I'm sure you're protective, too, because I know I would be about my
it's
parents.
just annoying when it's they're saying, oh, stage dad and stuff. It's just annoying where they said, he'd make me cry and he wouldn't let me do anything. And it's just I'm 17, first of all. I'm almost 18. I'm old enough to, be independent. So it was kind of annoying with that, where how they thought he was abusive, really got on my nerves. But ironically, after the competition, it died down.
Well, that's good.
So I was like, well, that's ironic.
Do you have another one, Lauren?
She's like, yes, I do.
Obviously everyone knows you're just so young, and it's probably a surprise that, you've made it so big so young. If music wasn't your life right now, after high school, what was your dream? Or are you still going to plan to pursue that?
I was still planning on doing music somehow. Because I always thought, I want to do music, but how? So it's like, I know I just felt like, you just have a feeling where it's like, I'm supposed to be doing music. I just don't know what exactly it's supposed to go down, how it is. But it was just, I just love to sing, and it's always been something, I don't know, you feel something when you perform, and that's always been really cool for me to be able to share it. And now here, with American Idol, it was like the biggest way you could do that, share something you love to do. And so, I was planning on just like singing here and there. I didn't think it'd get to be this big, though. I didn't know this many people would know me and stuff, but I just feel really, a real blessing in my life, because just to see how it's not only helped me and like my family, but also other people. And there are challenges, a lot of difficulties now and then, but I think it's worth it.
Good. Well, one last thing before we let you go. Don't think you were going to get away with this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Spoon on our show, we have been teasing him since you first came on the American Idol scene that you're like his long-lost older brother.
Older brother?
Well,
he's my... Oh, okay, I was like...
Yeah, he's your older brother.
He's your long-lost older brother, because we all tease him that we think that he could be like a distant relative of yours.
My brother from another mother.
That's right.
So, yeah, we always say that, so we thought we have to get a picture of the two of you
now,
guys.
Take a look at him. I mean, there's definitely a similarity. Do you see it at all?
I guess. I don't know.
It's going to be a little weird walking and go, why are you telling me I look like this guy?
Oh, no. People do it. People always compare you to like look. Or like, it's weird when they're excited about it. I look like you.
And you're like, no, I don't.
Well, no, so there's one kid's like, well, you do. You kind of look like me. That's kind of creepy. But it's just weird.
And they got like an eye patch and no teeth. They're like, yeah, I don't look anything like you. Nothing like you. Sorry. Don't see it.
Dear God, no.
Well, we're excited to have you for our Jingle Jam. I know
I'm
we're not
excited.
the only ones. A lot of people are, so
Yeah.
it'll be
It's fun. I love being in this area, except for my cousins that live here.
Do you have cousins that
I
live
have
here?
cousins that live here.
Wow, you going to get a chance to see them while you're there?
I got
Are
a
you
chance over the weekend to spend
Cool.
some time
Oh,
with them.
good.
Yep. So it's cool.
Where do they live? Give them a shout out. Where do they live?
They live in Fairburn.
That's close enough.
Yeah. So, hey, Delise.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's like, what's up?
Yeah.
There
Hey,
you
what's
go.
up? How's it going?
Very cool. Well, listen, David Archuleta, we're excited to see you on stage, and tickets are on sale now, and you're definitely helping to drive those tickets, man. So I think if you want to go to the show, you better get them. Star94.com or wherever you get your tickets.
Yeah. Thanks, David.
All right. Yeah. Thanks.
Meanwhile, before we close, just for video purposes, you guys got to stand side by side.
Okay. Right. Whatever.
So is there any kind of resemblance at all, Spoon and David? Maybe just a little. All right. Thanks so much, you guys.
Okay.
I know. You guys, seriously, I'm sorry, you may not want to hear it.
It saddens me, really. I mean...
No, you look enough like you definitely could be cousins, and you look like you could be brothers.
We do kind of. I'll give you kind of. We kind of do.
No, it's more than kind of.
Okay.
Well, you can check it out for yourself.
Yes, you can.
Star94.com and get your tickets for Jingle Jam, because it's coming December 17th. Star94.com.
You